I think we're live, Jack. I can't tell. I'm across the room.
Oh, yeah, we're live. Hi, everybody. Welcome
Hi,
to
guys.
Monkey in the Morning. Monkey's refilling his drink, and I'm sitting here staring off into space. How are all of you doing out there in Listerland? He's Monkey. I'm Jack. Hi, me. And we're going to make fun of a lot of stupid stuff going on, most likely.
I thought you were going to say hi, monkey. Like I
Say hi, Monkey.
Hi. I'm still not done.
Yay.
This is what happens when I start the show. In my defense, today I have a good reason for it. But I started the show when I wasn't ready yet. Whoopsie.
Yeah, that'll happen.
Was it Hoko who the other day was making fun of me for starting shows when I wasn't ready? Shut up. Anyhow.
Are we ever really ready?
No.
We just sort of like at some point in our conversation, Monkey's like, we're going live.
Well, I was watching videos and stuff getting ready for the show, and my Starlink went out. And I was like, oh, it'll be back in a few minutes. I'll just jump on the AT&T. And then I didn't think about it again until I set up the show. And I got to get back on the Starlink. So I jump on the Starlink, and it's not working. But I've already set up the show. Whoopsie. So I had to go get the Starlight. I had to go get the Starlink working, which I had to reset the router, no big deal. But because of that, it threw all of my timing off.
I understand.
I hate when that shit happens. I like it when it's my fault. You know what I mean?
Well, it's a lot easier that way. It's like when I move my own fragile stuff. That way, if it breaks, I don't get mad at anybody else. It's sort of like that. Fair. Yeah, you can't, like, if you do make the mistakes, then you can't yell at other people. You can't get mad at Starlink for that. You did that. You know?
You bring up the moving thing. You know I'm a Navy brat, right?
Yeah.
And I do wonder, any Navy brats out there? Because I wonder if this has changed, though. When I was a kid, Jack, moving sucked for 3 reasons. One, you have all your new friends. You go to a new place.
Yeah.
But either your stuff would get broken in the move, or it would just come up missing. And it's not like a private moving company where you can be like, hey, you took my stuff, give me my money. When the Navy moves you, they're just like, what do you want us to do about it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not surprising. No accountability means they don't give a shit.
Luckily, I was poor and I didn't have anything that, their kids would have wanted, so they never stole my stuff. They'd steal mom's stuff.
It's still the principle of the matter, though. They should be stealing anybody's stuff or losing it, or breaking it.
It was amazing how much of mom's stuff didn't make it. Her jewelry specifically didn't make it from California to Chicago and then Chicago to Virginia Beach.
That's why you always take your most valuable stuff with you.
Live and learn.
Yeah, it's a harsh lesson that many of us learn the hard way. You can't trust other people, especially people you don't know. They're not going to value. Your friends barely show any remorse when they steal or break your shit. Strangers aren't going to do it.
Oh, I see Sweetheart's in chat. Hi, Sweetheart. How you doing?
Hi.
Yes, this is Potato Kitty. I had a different kitty we were going to use for today, but I got to do something with the image. So I saw Potato Kitty, and I love this picture. This cat is holding on for dear life. He's just like, I just need a potato.
I can't tell if he's trying to eat it or sleep on it.
I think he's trying to win a bet with his friends, honestly.
Probably.
Like who can hang on the longest?
Yeah, that's fair.
But he's just so cute. Plus, he looks a little skinny, so maybe he's like, I need carbs in my life.
Yeah, it probably does. Poor little guy.
Poor little fella. All right, Jack, there's lots to talk about tonight. Wait, where's my Kimmel video? Oh, there it is. Okay. I don't want to. Should we jump into Kimmel first?
No, I don't care.
I think we should jump into Kimmel first. Now, I'm going to tell you guys, we're not watching this whole thing because, well, frankly, I can't stomach it. I've already watched the whole thing once.
Yeah.
He did a 7. Oh, whoops. I did not mean to do that. Give me back my kitty.
Come back, Potato Cat.
Give me Potato Cat. All right. There we go. We'll just switch it that way. That's what I meant to do. I'm a professional. You know, there's a great thing in broadcasting where if you point out your own mistakes, it's no longer a mistake.
That's on purpose, right?
Yeah.
Comedy value.
If you point out what you're doing that is stupid, then it's okay to keep doing it. They do it in movies, television, podcasts.
Jon Stewart.
Yeah. So anyway, he has a 17 plus, it's like 17 minutes and 40 some seconds.
Why? He's already not funny.
Well, the best part of it is it's not funny. He tries to make a couple of jokes in it, cries twice. Not kidding. He cried twice, Jack.
Yeah, I got through, I think, the first crying session, and my brain kind of tuned out, and I went and watched a bad movie instead.
Oh, I watched the entire thing, and even some, because this is the Jimmy Kimmel live channel on YouTube that we have on the screen here.
Mm-hmm.
And they have either all of the episode or most of the episode, and they go to break after his 17-minute nonsensical diatribe, and then they come back, and the fat little guy of questionable Hispanic descent, he's like, he wants to say something. Is his name Guillermo? I don't watch this guy's show.
Yeah, I think it's Guillermo.
I don't want to be, though you said racist. Guillermo would not be, I would go with Jesus if I was just doing that. But I think his name is Guillermo. I think that's what I heard him say. He goes, Guillermo has something he wants to say too. And the fat little Mexican stands up and he goes, we need more people like Mr. Kimmel. And then he goes, he's a good man. And he goes over and gives him a hug, shakes his hand and gives him he's your boss.
Suck up.
It was such a pathetic little display.
Well, the whole show has been like that for years.
AP says it's his version of Pablo. Pablo's way funnier.
Yeah.
So he spends the first several. The only thing that was funny, and I will give him credit on this, is the very opening of the show. They show a whole bunch of clips of talking about people saying this is the most important monologue ever, and they're not kidding. They're talking about Jimmy Kimmel coming back, like the most important monologue ever. Really?
That's
ever?
So sad.
But they're all saying this, and then they cut to Jimmy and Pedro. I'm just stealing that, AP. Sitting there. Jimmy is dressed as like a giant bear, and I forget what the fat guy's dressed as. And he's like, maybe we should change. And I'm like, okay, that's funny. Poking fun at the idea that this is important at all. I'll give him that one. But other than that, I mean, it wasn't funny. And the first part of his actual monologue is him talking about how important it is that he gets to speak and how great it is so many people came to his defense. And
he's a multimillionaire. He wasn't silenced. He could just start a podcast. He could do his own show and sell it. Fucking A. Why? Oh my God. Oh, it's so important. He has free. Fuck off.
The name dropping that he does in this, like my friend Steven called, like fuck right off. Just stop. It's just it. You got a little hiatus because you said something gross. You lied. And then he comes back, Jack, and I have this queued up to where he addresses that specifically. And he just lies again.
Yeah, he just tells a different lie.
So here it is, ladies and gentlemen. If you missed it, like most of the country did, here is Jimmy Kimmel. You know, the sad part of this is probably his biggest audience, even with all of the places he's not on the market. Because was it Nexstar, the one that still's not carrying him?
Yeah, Nexstar, and I think Sinclair that broadcast it.
I think Sinclair is still showing it. But Nexstar, and this is major markets. I mean, he lists all the different major markets. I don't remember what they all are, but we're talking major markets that he's just not on. And he still probably had a bigger audience tonight than he's had in the last decade.
And then everybody realized why they don't watch him, and they went back to not watching him next week.
Okay, so Sinclair is not showing him. Cool. All right. Anyway, so here it is. He's explaining the big moment.
been hearing a lot about what I need to say and do tonight. And the truth is, I don't think what I have to say is going to make much of a difference. If you like me, you like me. If you don't, you don't. I have no illusion.
Okay. Yeah, I wouldn't like you no matter what you said because you're not funny and you're kind of a cunt. But if you'd come out here and said, look, what I said was stupid. It was a mistake. I'm actually ashamed of myself for what I said. I could at least say, you know what? I respect that. Not you, but that.
I respect what the corporate made you read.
The idea that I don't think what I say really matters. That you're a lying piece of shit, first of all. And I know you're a liar because you're about to lie about what happened. I know you think it matters what you say here because you're a liar. If he meant exactly faithless, if he came out here and he was sincere, absolutely be like, you know what? We all fuck up. We all fuck up, Jack. It happens.
Yeah, it's true.
But if you hate me, you're going to hate me. Yeah, but I could hate you just a little less if you were honest.
Yeah, see, I don't hate him. I just don't think about him because I try not to deal with people that pretend to be funny and they're not. He's somebody that in your friend group, you'd be like, who invited him?
This is a man that said you should die from COVID if you go to the hospital and you haven't got a shot.
Yeah. Yeah, fuck him.
Yeah.
Just don't think about him. He's not funny. I don't know how he survived this long on late night TV because, most guys aren't funny.
Because he says the things that the shitheads in charge want him to say. You can't have somebody funny up there because if you're actually going to be funny right now, yeah, there's some shots you can take at Trump and stuff, but the Democrats, how do you be funny and not ever mention Kamala being a drunk? Kamala's on her book tour right now. Have you seen any of the clips from this?
God, it's terrible.
She was on, what was it, The View, where she brings up the whole, how are you different than Biden? And she says, well, I thought it was obvious. Yeah, that's what we all made fun of you for.
Yeah.
Anyhow, so let's let Jimmy retell history here.
Illusions about changing anyone's mind, but I do want to make something clear because it's important to me as a human. And
okay, this is important to him as a human that he's clear here, Jack. We've seen that clip of what he said at least 3 times on this show.
Yeah,
at least 3, and now he's going to be very clear.
That is, you understand that it was never my intention to make light of the murder of a young man.
It was absolutely what you were doing, you lying sack of shit.
Right? This is what I'm talking about. I'm not going to change anybody's mind. Anybody who actually paid attention probably thinks you're a shitbag now, if they didn't before.
Yeah, because you're lying and you were tap dancing on a man's grave and trying to blame Trump supporters for it through a disingenuous lie that was easily disproven at the time. And, I'm sad. Oh, fuck you.
Yeah, he didn't have any tears in his eyes when he was saying that shit.
No, he didn't have any problem with it before, but, I got in trouble. So they said act sincere, so fake cry. Ugh. It's like when Destiny pretends he has emotions.
Can we talk about what he's crying about? Because he's not crying about Charlie dying here. He's crying that people think I was mocking somebody's death.
Because he was.
He was. But even in his bullshit thing here, he's not crying over Charlie. He's crying because people thought I was a bad person. You are a bad person. And you're kind of a dick. But why would you have tears here? This makes no sense.
Yeah,
this is him crying for himself.
Yeah, he's crying for himself. That's all he cares about. He cares about his public image.
Hey, Retro, how you doing, my friend?
Hey, Retro.
Retro, I tried using your kitty picture tonight, but I got to blow it up bigger so that it takes up the whole screen and people don't see messages. I think that was from you. Anyway, this is what this shitbag does. This is what the left does. And this is why this would have all been better if Jimmy Kimmel wasn't taken off the air. If he had to give this speech Wednesday, you know, when when he gets taken off the air and people got to see it live, he wouldn't have been able to hide behind the first almost 7 minutes of this with him being like, but we got to be able to say what we want to say. And then to slip this bullshit in. If anybody thought you were clearly making fun of the guy getting killed.
By most accounts, he was standing behind what he said, and that's why he got taken down, because he won't apologize.
I don't.
Why are they clapping?
Because they're a bunch of retarded seals.
Let's watch that again.
And that is, you understand that it was never my intention to make light of the murder of a young man. I don't.
Oh, he's so stunning and brave right there, Monkey.
What are they clapping for?
Because the light came on the sign.
Even if I took him at his word, which I don't, that's not a clap-worthy moment.
Nope.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I don't think there's anything funny about it. I posted a message on Instagram.
What he said while they were still clapping is, I don't think there's anything funny about it. Then why did you tell a joke about it?
Yeah, you clearly thought it was hilarious. So fuck you, Kimmel. You're crying because you got in trouble and people were mean to you about it. Yeah, go fuck yourself. Fucking weirdo Hollywood people.
If there's I am one of those people who thinks you can make a joke literally about anything. It all is in the framing. And that doesn't mean that you think the thing itself is funny. But the idea, there's nothing funny about this. Sometimes it's irony, sometimes it's just the absurdity of the situation. You know, there's tons of reasons things that we're not supposed to laugh at can be funny. But what you did was blame the man's death on the people who supported him.
He was smiling about it the whole time.
Yeah, he was. Nothing funny about it. Well, then why were you trying to make a joke, bitch? But this is the kind of shit that people say when they get in trouble. There's nothing funny about that situation. Give me half an hour.
Funny when I get in trouble.
Ugh. The day he was killed, sending love to his family and asking for compassion, and I meant it. I still do.
Why did you do that on Instagram instead of on your show, sir? On Instagram, I sent a message to his family and I was asking for compassion. On this show, I said it was his followers' fault. And not just their fault, because of the way they think, Jack. Because of the rhetoric that is used.
Well, when you think wrong, bad things happen to you. That's the message.
It was only a joke, bruh, when no joke was made. Well, that's the thing. They're trying to have it both ways with that. He's just a late night comedian.
Yeah, he's pulling a Jon Stewart. I'm just a funny, silly guy. Ha ha ha. But no, you're an asshole. Shut up.
How do you pull I'm just a silly guy while also saying there's nothing funny about it? That's a problem.
Yeah.
That's contradiction.
A little bit. But again, he wants to have it both ways, and the studio is making him do this. That's probably why he's crying. People thought I was mean, and I got in trouble, and they're forcing me to do this. Ah. Fuck off, Kimmel.
Nor was it my intention to blame any specific group for the actions of what it was obviously.
Wait. Before we get to his obvious here. It wasn't my intention to blame any specific group.
Except he did.
It's what you did.
Yeah, that's exactly what he did. I don't understand how he could. Well, look, if either stand by your joke or don't, even though it did sound like a joke, you were just.
It was not a joke.
Mocking somebody's death like an asshole.
Well, that's the problem, is that he wasn't joking. He's one of those comedians. Oh, God, I forget who said it. But there's right now two types of comedians. There's the type of comedians who are looking for laughs and the type who are looking for applause.
Yeah.
And the ones who are looking for applause are not really comedians. They're social commentators.
Yeah.
And that's what he is. He was not looking for a laugh in that moment. He was blaming MAGA, which he specifically said. MAGA's out here trying to blame anyone else when it was just them. Don't make me pull up the clip again, Jimmy, which, by the way, he doesn't do here. He had a clip of Ted Cruz, but doesn't play a clip of what he said.
Of course not. This is the we know our audience are a bunch of trained retards who have a short memory span. So why not just lie and they'll eat the lie up?
The statement that got you in trouble was literally you blaming a specific group, you lying douchebag. And this is when he said, look, I don't think I'm going to change anybody's minds. Yes, you do. Because if you didn't think you were going to change anybody's minds, you wouldn't be lying right here. You're trying to make them go, oh my God, he's so right. He didn't do anything bad. Look, sometimes you say things that offend people, and sometimes you still mean those things. And you just go like, all right, I'm sorry you're offended. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
And if he did that, I would have at least a little respect. I'm sorry that offended you, but fuck you. At least I'd have a little respect, other than the fact that he was fucking lying when he said it, and he knew he was lying when he said it.
Yeah, he didn't care.
My intention to blame any specific group for the actions of what it was obviously a deeply disturbed individual. That was really the opposite of the point I was trying to make, but I understand.
Was it?
I understand the use of irony, sir, but you weren't doing that. He didn't go on to say at that moment, Jack, in that monologue, he doesn't go on to say, MAGA's trying to blame the other side when it was clearly just a lone wolf, just a lone individual with a screw loose. He didn't say that.
No.
So how were people supposed to come away with it with thinking, clearly Jimmy thinks this was a lunatic who just snapped? And what he's going to say, oh God, hang on.
Saying that to some that felt either ill-timed or unclear, or maybe both. And for those who think I did point a finger, I get why you're upset. If this,
for those who think you literally pointed a finger, fucker. For those of you who think they saw what I did, and I really didn't do that. I understand. Yeah, we took you at your word. We didn't have to dig in.
Oh, believe in your lying eyes again, monkey.
You literally said it was MAGA's fault.
Oh, your lying ears are lying to you again, monkey. He didn't say that.
I understand why you think I said it was MAGA's fault when I did, but that's not what I meant.
You're just not sophisticated enough to get my humor.
Situation was reversed, there's a good chance I'd have felt the same way. I have many friends and family members on the other side who I love.
No, you don't.
Remain.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, if he does, he doesn't talk to them. They're beneath him.
Close to, even though we don't agree on politics.
Oh, I need to correct something I said earlier because he's tearing up here. That's 3 cries. 3 cries, because this is a separate cry than the one he had just a second ago.
Ugh.
My mistake, Jimmy. I didn't mean to undercut the amount of bitch that you are. That's my bad.
Fight John Boehner for Kleenexes?
Jesus, man.
Takes it all. I don't think the murderer who shot Charlie Kirk represents anyone. This was a sick person.
Except maybe Antifa, the trans community, the furry community.
The left.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm not getting... There's good people on the left. Yeah, there's a couple of them. There's a handful. How many of them cheered the murder, you fuck? Once again, MSNBC, before we know Charlie is dead, it's just been announced that he was shot. A commentator on MSNBC blamed Charlie for his own shooting. Don't sit there and tell me it's not one group. He didn't belong to any group. Yeah, maybe he didn't fill out a form and send in a money for his little membership card. But he was a fucking lefty who has been fed your lefty bullshit for a decade. Hateful bullshit. People, major political figures, going out there talking about rioting in the street, raising money for people who've been jailed for violence. Kamala, she did that.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely.
Sit there and tell me that I don't think any specific group. Yeah, the left in general. Yeah. But it's just a lone wolf. Fuck you. Fuck you.
Who believed violence was a solution, and it isn't. It ever. And also,
It is a solution. It's just not the optimal one.
Yeah, violence is absolutely a solution. Sometimes the right solution. Not in the case of somebody saying something you didn't like and you could have just talked about it. But I'm not gonna believe your crocodile tears here when you were like, if two people come into a hospital, one of them's had a COVID shot, let the other one die. I'm totally not for death. Fuck you. The only time we ever cover this asshole is when he says something ridiculously gross.
Well, I forget he exists quite a bit because, I mean, who really watches this trash?
But he wasn't joking when he said that.
No.
He was, hey, it's not direct violence. You're just going to go let him die. Would you have that same mentality if it's like, if two people need food and one has a job, well, the one without it, you get to die. Because I guarantee you wouldn't have that thought. Not out loud.
Real fast. Thank you, Evolved Potato. By other side, he means those that think his political opponents should only be imprisoned and forcibly re-educated instead of what he thinks, that they should be murdered. Yeah. Well, there's only two types of people. They're both communists in his world. I mean, I got lots of friends on the other side politically. No, you don't. I doubt he's ever been near a working person in his life, or much less an actual conservative. He looks like the kind of guy that you go to shake his hand, he's going to kind of look it over and be like, ew, no, poor people.
All right, we're going to jump ahead to the end when he cries again, because the balls on this motherfucker. For being such a little pussy, you got some big-ass balls, boy.
Walter Cronkite must be spinning in his grave right now. He's dead, right? Yeah. Look, I never imagined I would be in a situation like this. I barely paid attention in school. But one thing I did learn from Lenny Bruce and George Carlin and Howard Stern is that a government threat to silence a comedian the president doesn't like is anti-American. That's...
He's invoking Lenny Bruce, a man who actually went to jail for free speech.
Yeah, who also wasn't very funny.
Lenny was funny until he gets into his fight with the government over what he's allowed to say, and then he's one of those people that became obsessed with that.
Yeah, he's a highly overrated so-called comedian.
He is. I mean, his comedy before that was okay, but Lenny actually went to jail. He wasn't a multi-millionaire who basically got a week off of work, you fucking prick.
Right?
Anti-American. And I am so glad we have some solidarity on that from the right and the left and from those in the middle like Joe.
Okay. The only reason there's solidarity on that from the left is because it was you. That's it.
Yeah.
The left wants people like you and me not allowed to say what we want to on platforms, Jack.
Oh, yeah.
And they've said it out loud.
Oh, yeah. And Google even admitted that the Biden administration put pressure on them to silence conservatives on YouTube.
Yep. We saw the Twitter files. Zuckerberg came out and said that they were doing it. But that was never a problem. Remember, you're supposed to silence people who had the wrong opinions on COVID, which, by the way, Clyburn was asked about this on MSNBC. I think it was MSNBC. Maybe it was CNN. Anyway, he was asked about, it was CNN.
It was CNN. It was on Abby Phillips.
Abby, yeah. he was asked about this, and he goes, well, this is different. You see, back then they were spreading misinformation. He actually says that.
Yeah.
There was a reason to stop misinformation. A man had just been murdered, and this douchebag went on TV and lied about it. Suddenly, misinformation is First Amendment, huh? I am not letting the left. Look, I have my disagreements with the people on the right who are like, we just should do what they do. Fuck y'all, you're wrong. And this situation shows it, and I'll explain that in a little bit. But I am not letting the left hide behind people like me who actually believe in free speech when they are on record. This isn't even somebody overheard them. AOC made a fucking Instagram video talking about how they needed to silence people who were saying the wrong things. That sometimes it's right to silence them. No, the left doesn't get to stand up there and pretend they're on the high ground with me. Fuck off. Anyway.
Rogan, maybe the silver lining from this is
YouTube limits us in chat constantly. They did it to me on your last stream. Yeah, and I wish I could do something about that. It is funny that you and me are allowed to say worse things than our chat is, Jack.
Oh, irony.
You guys should at least be able to say what I say. And yeah, anyway.
We found one thing we can agree on, and maybe we'll even find another one. Maybe we can get a little bit.
Are you really trying to take the Charlie Kirk angle here?
There's a level of irony in that as well, isn't there?
I wonder if this is one of them jokes. Maybe we can all just learn to get along.
I won't hold my breath on that one.
Get closer together. We do agree on a lot of things. We agree on keeping our children safe from guns, on reproductive rights for women.
What? Did you see what he just did there?
Yep.
Maybe we can all agree. We agree on guns and abortion. No, we don't, Jimmy. Notice he said keeping guns away from kids. Kids? Yeah, that's what you meant. You fucking asshole.
The security, affordable health care, pediatric cancer research. These are all things that most Americans support. Let's stop letting these politicians tell us what they want and tell them what we want.
You just dismissed like half of the country. And you're like, but we're all together on this stuff. This is the leftist view. Everybody just agrees with me. It's that damn Trump who's keeping it from happening. Who, by the way, probably agrees with Jimmy more than me on most political things.
Yeah.
Because he's a 90s Democrat. Oh, make sure you get the far back shot for the standing ovation. This was totally not planned. This not choreographed at all.
Oh, how could they do that, Monkey?
You started recording them before they stood up. It's a giveaway, dude. Oh, anyway.
Yeah.
Boys and girls, can you say propaganda?
There was a moment over the weekend, a very beautiful moment. I don't know if you.
This is, for those of you who have not seen this yet, if you have high blood pressure, you might want to turn it off for a minute.
Saw this on Sunday. Erica Kirk forgave the man who shot her husband. She forgave him. That is an example we should follow.
You blamed her husband's death on MAGA, fucker.
Yeah, you should keep her name out of your fucking mouth, dude.
He invoked Erica doing the Christian thing to make you be like, you guys should forgive me. Because make no mistake, that's what he's saying right here.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Let's see, if she can forgive a murderer, you can forgive me for saying something really atrocious and rude. Fuck off, dude.
But he's crying. I just need a moment.
It's hard being this amazing, you guys. I'm such a magnanimous person right now.
I can only imagine that Tampax is a major sponsor of this guy.
You believe in the teachings of Jesus as I do. There it was. That
I thought the guy's name was Guillermo.
We really should watch that part just for the fucking sadness of it. But did you really just invoke your own Christianity after you got in trouble for blaming other people? You bore false witness. That's like a direct commandment. That's not even just the other laws in Leviticus. That's one of the 10 fucking commandments.
Yeah, kind of a big one. And you were standing on the grave and mocking the death of what is arguably probably a better man than all of us put together as far as the Christian church is concerned.
What the fuck? Oh, but people are talking about how good Jimmy did. It was so great. Look, propaganda-wise, this is a win for Jimmy Kimmel. He just got to come out here and play the victim. He got to come out here and retell the history, which, again, less than a week old at this point.
Yeah.
No, it's just over a week old because it was Monday night last week that he said it. And he comes back on Tuesday. So a week and a day. I didn't say what I get why you think I said that, but it's not what I said. I had the opposite point in mind. That he literally said, I meant the opposite. Bitch, yeah, you guys write this in a script. You read that off a teleprompter.
You had rehearsals for this.
This wasn't your fucking memory, and you're like, oh, I just confused the words. It was wrote down that way.
Such a douchebag.
I meant the opposite. Fuck you. Go ahead, Jack.
I don't like this man. But you know who I do like? Dark Resurrect. Coming through with that feminist donation. Thank you, sir. Erica and probably Charlie would have forgiven Jimmy. I'm not as good of a person as them.
Yep.
Me either, buddy. Fuck you, Jimmy. I will not forgive nor forget all the masks you demons took off. Damn straight. I was impressed by the amount of evil people that took their masks off over that. Like, that was impressive. That's some real boldness.
Christians are supposed to turn the other cheek and forgive. I'm not a Christian. I don't forgive this fucker. I think he's a piece of shit, and I hope he ends up under a bridge sucking dick for ramen money.
Yeah, with the Lego stuck in his pee hole.
Yeah.
Look, you're not a Christian. I'm a terrible Christian. And Dark Resurrect, I'm pretty sure, is a pagan. So you're in good company, man. Because fuck this guy. He's an ass clown who shouldn't be forgiven. He's screwed up, and he should have had to face the consequences for it. But Hollywood is full of degenerate weirdos. So, of course, they got him back on the air as soon as possible.
Well, the Christianity teaches you to forgive. It doesn't say anything about forgetting.
Yeah, and it also doesn't say anything about not suffering consequences. You can be forgiven, but if you murdered 30 people, you should probably still face some consequences.
I wonder if cry was written on the teleprompter. It probably was.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt that fucker could cry on cue like a little bitch.
Let's see. I don't want to watch the rest of what he says about Erica because fuck that guy. Oh, here it is. This is the part we have to watch this because it is so fucking sad. They go to a break and then they come back for this.
I am glad to be back at work. It was touch and go for a minute. Guillermo did something very sweet, actually. He called me and he offered to sell his Labubus. I will never forget that gesture, my friend. Guillermo, I've done a lot of talking. Is there anything you would like to share with the audience tonight?
Sure.
Now, if Guillermo got up and just said, I think free speech is important and sat his fat ass back down, cool. But again, you have to understand that this show is scripted. Where's the funny? I don't know what was supposed to be funny about that. I'm guessing Yabobo is a inside joke for them.
No, the boo-boos are those little toys with the little demon half smile thing.
Yeah, but the fact that Guillermo would have them, I'm guessing, is some kind of joke with them.
Probably.
I don't know.
I mean, he looks like the kind of guy that would have them in his white panel van.
I mean, yeah, I'm sure Guillermo called up and was like, I'll sell my stuff, Mr. Jimmy, so you can have all the money.
Yeah. Oh, you're a multimillionaire, Jimmy.
Yeah.
Let me help you. Fuck off.
Maybe it'll pay for one billionth of your electric bill.
I would like to say, listen, this world needs more people like Jimmy Kimmel.
The world absolutely does not need more liars. There are plenty of them.
Yeah, we have a little too many right now. And I don't know what they paid Guillermo to say this, maybe because he has no talent and won't be doing anything else other than this job. I don't know, but he's not funny. He's a discount Pablo. So I'm annoyed by his presence on my screen because at least Pablo does something for AP.
Guillermo is comic relief on a show that's not funny.
Kind of like being the jester at a court full of dead people, isn't it?
It kind of. All right, watch how fucking sad this part is.
He's the best. He's a great man, a great father. And thank you, Jimmy. And I love you. And I stand with you all the way. And I love you.
He's how I keep my green card. Look, I don't know if Guillermo's American or not, but I had to make the joke. This is so pathetic. This is pathetic.
Yeah, I don't know who decided to put this scene in, but it's just sad.
Jimmy is not a hero. And
he's stunning and brave. He's a hero to the left. Well, he's a free speech warrior monkey.
This is what the right did by cheering on the FCC. I'm not talking about cheering on him getting off the air, but defending what Carr said. And that you gave him the high ground. You gave him the high ground. And now he's the hero. And that's what the media, the most important monologue ever. Here, let's go back to the beginning. Why is my mouse not clicking? There we go.
Breaking news on Jimmy Kimmel and autism.
Jimmy Kimmel coming back to late night television.
ABC chose to bring back their low rating nighttime host.
We are in for a monologue that will be a marker in late night show history.
It's going to be in a moment.
Yeah, no question. A huge moment in American history.
It's one of the most pivotal moments in broadcast history.
He will be delivering what is being dubbed the most anticipated monologue in late night.
That's how the news was covering this. That's what actually happened from this. That's the consequence of this whole thing.
Yeah, but his monologue was stupid.
It was stupid. And you're not wrong about that, but he's now the hero. He is now the victim in all of this because can you believe what they tried to take him off because he criticized Trump? One, it wasn't even a criticism of Trump. It was a criticism of all of MAGA. Thank you, Frosted. Thanks, Guillermo. Now finish the landscaping. Yes. We figured out which of the rich elite have their dishes being washed by illegals.
Yeah, it's just this whole thing is stupid. I don't know, man. They're trying to make him into some sort of hero, and they'll dispose of him as soon as he's not convenient anymore.
Yep, but now for the rest of time, they have, well, remember what they tried to do to Kimmel? Yeah. Good job. The right fucking sucks at optics.
Yeah, well, they enjoy losing.
You had the high ground on free speech. You could have immediately just all like, hey, FCC, you shouldn't be doing this. What he said is fucking gross, and let the market take care of that. And instead, people are like, yeah, get him. It's about time.
There is no victory that the Republicans cannot snatch from the jaws of victory. Nope. They will easily find defeat where they can.
And the talk about what happened to Kirk and why it happened to him has now been overshadowed by an unfunny, unwatched late night comedian.
Yeah.
He's now the hero of the story.
Yep. Carr gave the left exactly what they needed to get around talking about Charlie Kirk.
They did. Jimmy was able to pull up a tweet from Carr in 2022 defending the right of people to say horrible things and how it's necessary that this stuff is allowed. That's a win for Jimmy. Anybody who didn't follow this whole thing, who, even if they did see the clip of that, haven't been reminded of exactly what he said every day, and they only watch this, is going to come away from that going, you know, he's got a point. He's got a point. He's right. He's right. And again, he was mocking the death of a man murdered in front of his family and blaming the people who were there to support him. And he's now the hero. Win, I guess. I don't fucking know. Anyway, that whole monologue, the most of the show at least is up on. I didn't watch past Guillermo giving him a big old hug because fuck, that was so cringeworthy, dude.
Yeah, I know.
But it'll all be played up like his heroic return.
Oh, he's so stunning and brave.
They're gonna watch how the news covers this because it was just last night, so the news is going to be all over it today. They're going to show him crying, saying, "That's not what I meant," and they're going to show him crying, going, "Erica forgave the murderer. Shouldn't we just all forgive me?" And
see,
those are going to
be. He made a mistake. Oh.
Yeah. And look at how heartfelt he is. Remember, this is a country mostly of women. And they're going to see that man crying. They'll be like, he's so sensitive. Why are they so mean to him?
Yeah, they're all up in their pumpkin spice and feeling saucy.
How long can they milk this? They still talk
Years.
about Charlottesville.
Yeah. Yeah, don't underestimate their ability to resurrect something.
These are assholes who still talk about the party switch back in the 60s, which never fucking happened.
Can I give you something to lighten the mood a little bit, make us all feel a little better about this whole thing?
Sure.
Second link there.
Second link. Let's see what we got here. Oh, no, we can't watch that, man.
Oh, damn.
That's one of the ones that believe me, there's like 4 videos from all of that I really want to watch.
I know. I'm going to drop the link in the chat.
Please do. We'll just describe it. There's a police officer with a tear gas gun getting ready to fire it, and a punk-ass lefty tries grabbing it and immediately gets punched in the face.
Yeah, don't go for a cop's pepperball gun. They do not appreciate that. And it's just a bad decision in case nobody learned from the Mike Brown incident. So yeah, don't go for the cop's gun.
The best part about it, you know what? We can watch from here. It's just after the punch. You can see this is him right here falling back. And it's amazing his response. Gotta stop. He immediately stops and takes off running, Jack.
Oh, yeah. Well, for what passes for running. He's like, hey, consequences, what are those?
Yeah, I want to give it, like I said, we got to get through October 8th after they have the hearing.
I forgot about that. Sorry.
Yeah, so we just have to be careful of what violence we show on here.
I hate that.
I saw that on Twitter I saw that, I think, from Jack's Twitter. Yeah, follow Jack's Twitter. The videos that we watch on here often come from Jack's Twitter. So you could be, it's like doing homework before the show, following Jack's Twitter.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I like to tell people. Both of our Twitters are where because that's, we find something, we throw it on Twitter, and then we end up bringing it up on the show because it's stuff we want to talk about. That's why we put it out there. So yeah, a lot of stuff we talk about ends up being sneak peeked on Twitter or X, whatever the fuck it's called now.
Monk, did you see the Laura Loomer, Jasmine Crockett beef on X? Yeah, I saw it. Battle of the Retards. Look, I don't think a man should be beating up on a woman the way that Laura Loomer's doing to Jasmine Crockett there. I don't enjoy man-on-woman violence. I think it's wrong. But look, Laura Loomer is a stupid bitch-ass liar, and I don't like her. And just because she's going after Crockett doesn't make me change my mind on her being a horrible bitch-ass liar.
No, it's just two dummies fighting. I mean, it's funny from a distance, but there's only so much you can take of the drool and the haymakers, and soon it's just sad.
Well, I don't understand why it's always shitty people that get elevated. There are tons of funny women on Twitter who are ripping on Jasmine Crockett, but for some reason, Loomer. I don't know how Loomer got close to Trump, but even he's realized he shouldn't be near her and distance himself from that crazy bitch.
Right?
Nobody who's known this woman stays in her orbit because she's horrible. She's Karlin Boroshenko. Thank you. Boroshenko, but skinnier. Did you see Boroshenko was talked about on like Jesse Waters the other day? Was on Waters the other day?
Yeah, I saw that. I was going to mention it to you, but that woman is, she falls in the black hole of memory next to Kimmel of people I just try not to think about because I don't care about them.
Carlin, how as a woman do you look uglier with hair?
It's a good question because she is not an attractive woman.
No. She literally called her a ghetto black bitch. Why wouldn't that start an argument? LOL. I know. I did see it all, but it's Loomer doing what Loomer does. Loomer's so stupid that to prove that we need walls and stuff, she jumped a wall to put people in Pelosi's backyard. You're trying to make the argument that walls work or that we need a wall and then you just jumped one. Yeah, you made the point. She's the bitch who's like, they cut my tires when she just had corroded, nasty tires. Jack
when Michelin mocks you.
When was the last time you heard Posobiec say anything about Loomer? They used to be besties.
Yeah, he figured out she's crazy pretty quickly.
I get it. The left has tons of bad heroes, and the right can't help themselves but act like the left. But at least pick better heroes. Fuck.
One would think, but here we are.
Anyhow, did you see the video I tweeted you guys? Which you got to be more specific.
Yeah, that's not enough to work with, dude.
I get shit tweeted to me all the time, and no offense to you guys, but I often forget who sends it because I get shit sent all the time. I appreciate it.
Span of a gnat, so.
Anyway, I wanted to move on to this because this is one of the most retarded things I've ever heard somebody say, Jack, and it's amazing how many times I've said that lately and mean it. For those of you who are unaware, this is Hakeem Jeffries. He is the leader of the House Democrats. Whoops, Freudian slip. He is the leader of the House Democrats. If the Democrats were in charge, this would be the Speaker of the House. He is the minority leader in the House of Representatives, and he's here to say, well, stupid.
One thing to understand, as people who are flirting with the Trump administration or doing the bidding of the Trump administration or engaging in the pay-to-play schemes of the Trump administration, the statute of limitations is 5 years. Donald Trump and this toxic administration will be long gone, but there will still be accountability to be had.
That's called a threat. He is threatening to go after. Okay, I'm going to say the same things to you that I say to Republicans. What law? Tell me the law that somebody's violating right now, and we can argue now, Jack, to have that taken care of. We don't have to wait till Trump's out of office.
But they want the revenge.
Yep.
And that process, of course, begins now, but it will not be complete until perhaps there is an independent Department of Justice.
He's about, okay, independent Department of Justice, fine, which is an oxymoron. They're picked by the President of the United States. They're part of the executive branch. Should they be independent? I mean, as much as they can be, yes. But the leader is always going to be political. They tried that 10-year shit like at the FBI. You'll be appointed for 10 years. You know what's interesting about that 10-year rule? Is that if you look at it, every 10 years, the party that was in power is back in power. It's a kind of a cycle that happens, Jack. But this is the part that just made me laugh my ass off.
Certainly an independent House of Representatives in Democratic hands.
An independent House of Representatives in Democratic hands.
Yeah, that's totally going to be independent. Sure. Why not? We're just saying stuff now.
Independent Democrat hands. That is the leader of the Democrats in the House. That's how smart they are.
Smart.
And this is what they think, though, is that, no, we're the independent ones as a collective. This man, if the Democrats take the House, will be third in line for the presidency. Independent Democrat hands. I don't know how to deal with stupid like that. Because if I had said that out loud, my brain would have corrected me. I would have got this little shock that said, that was stupid, and fixed it. But to him, that's a real thing. First of all, the House of Representatives doesn't have the power to indict people. So you having an independent Democrat-run House wouldn't affect these people that you're supposedly, you guys are violating laws. Just name one of them. Name one. What law? Let's get them taken care of right now. Oh, the Justice Department. You don't have to go through the Justice Department. There are DAs all across the land that would love to make their fucking name on this shit. How come you guys aren't doing that now? You care so much, right, Hakeem? I fucking hate Hakeem Jeffries. He is such a whiny little bitch.
True.
Would-be Trump assassin Ryan Ruth's daughter screams and runs from the courthouse after guilty verdict read. Did you see this shit?
I didn't see it, but I heard that he got convicted on all counts. And her screaming and running, was there a reason for that, or
because it's all medialized? This is her as she's running away.
Whatever, lady.
The important part of it, though, is down here at the bottom. One reporter asked, "Is your dad okay?" To which she replied, "He better be, or everybody's fucking dead."
Does she want to sell right next to him, or?
You can all go to hell. It's y'all's fault. Fucking lies. Spreading lies about my fucking father. Yeah.
Now, if she had run out, pointed back at the courthouse and ran right up to the cameras and said, "That motherfucker's not real," I might have respected that. But nope, she's apparently just as nut job as he is.
Yeah, he's found guilty on all counts, and he is facing life in prison. And his daughter is very upset by that.
He should be facing the death penalty. Would-be assassins should not be tolerated.
No. And I feel like you could get them on treason.
Oh, absolutely.
And that is a death penalty issue.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just thought it was funny that was her reaction, because I'm surprised there's not more of that when people are found guilty and they have family that believes in them. Normally, everybody sits there stoically.
Yeah, because most people know better than to open their mouth and get themselves in trouble too.
Her worst outburst was outside. She was almost at the car when that exchange happened.
It's still a dumb thing to do.
No, you're right. But the reason that she didn't get arrested is because what she said in the court wasn't as bad. She yelled out, "Don't do anything. I will get you out. What the fuck? Fuck. He didn't hurt anybody. This is not fair. This is all rigged. You guys are assholes." That's what she yelled at the jury.
He didn't hurt anybody. He was just trying to. Fuck off, you stupid bitch.
But that's what she yelled in the courtroom as she stormed out, and then she made the death threat outside, which is why if she had said that in the court, she probably would be in contempt. I imagine the judge is just like, well, she lost her cool, no big deal. But I do love, you're all assholes.
I mean, that's a fair response to, you're all assholes.
Yeah.
Or this is rigged. Okay, I get it. You're highly emotional, whatever. But yelling out, he didn't hurt anybody. He was found in the bush with a gun while the president was nearby. Give me a fucking break, lady.
Well, he also...
just because he's bad at it.
Among the charges was assaulting a police officer. It was a police officer who was trying to stop him from stabbing himself with a pen.
Oh, so somebody did get hurt. He assaulted a cop.
Yes.
So she's full of shit. So, yeah, fuck her, idiot. Pay attention next time, lady. Get your facts straight. What are you
Oh, sorry. Am I still here?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just stepping on you. Sorry.
No. My internet was acting up. You were breaking up. That's why I was even trying to talk.
That could be my internet too.
No, my little warning thing came up.
Oh.
Don't try to take my bad internet clout, Jack.
I don't want your bad internet clout. I have my own problems. I was so bad at killing, he couldn't kill himself.
Yes. Apparently we didn't follow this case. The case started on the 10th and 2-week trial or 3-week trial. Now he's found guilty, but he represented himself. And for anybody wondering, Gavin Newsom's on the screen. If you're new to the show, sometimes we backtrack when we're going to the next show or the next segment. Anyway, he wanted to, or he did represent himself. Always a smart idea.
Yeah.
And among the people that he wanted to call as witnesses were Donald Trump and the Secret Service agent who found him. I really wish they would have let that happen, because I would have liked to seen the questions that he was going to ask them, like, why were you even looking in that bush? Were you profiling me?
It'd have been great if that Secret Service agent was just going to go take a whiz. Yes. And he's like, there's some clown out here. What the fuck is going on?
But yeah, the whole notion, because they a lot of people on the left and read news media here tried playing this off like, no, he wasn't actually trying to kill the president. Sure. He was just looking at him through the scope of a rifle. He couldn't find his binoculars, so he grabbed his 30-06.
I think he had an AK, right?
It was a SKS, actually.
SKS, yeah.
Yeah. I was just making a joke, though.
I know. I was just... Or somebody will get pedantic in the chat if we don't correct it now.
All right. Gavin.
Is he talking about the poop he took this morning? It was this big.
No, it's the dong he took.
Oh.
Democrats totally do not engage in stochastic terrorism.
We are struggling to communicate. We're struggling to win back now.
I just got to stop him right there. You're struggling to communicate is not the issue. You're struggling to sell your bullshit. You're communicating just fine. What you're saying is stupid. That's not a failure to communicate. That's just you being stupid.
No, see, they're just not dumbing it down enough for the rubes.
Majority in the House of Representatives, and that's a big part of what I'm doing, not just today in terms of the work out here, raising money, but also raising awareness around how Donald Trump is trying to rig the midterm elections and how I fear that we will not have an election in 2028.
Maybe he's being hyperbolic.
Really mean that. And
nope, he really means it. Okay. There's a narrative popping up around the shooter of Charlie Kirk that he's just this lone wolf. We saw Jimmy Kimmel do it just a few minutes ago. Yeah. I actually watched Gutfeld, his opening tonight, and he talks about it and seems to embrace the idea that he's just a lone nut. He's not part of any group, y'all. We checked. Let's just, for argument's sake, say he was just a lone wolf on the left side, but nothing actually, no group talked him into this or helped fuel this fire. Let's say there's another crazy lone wolf out there right now, and they just heard Gavin Newsom, the governor of California, say that we're not even going to have elections in 2028 because of this asshole Trump. What did that lone wolf just hear? Kill Trump. Look, we never inspire violence. I'm just saying that if the current situation doesn't change, wink, wink, we won't even have elections anymore. He's trying to rig the midterms, and he's not even going to let us have a 2028. Remember, these are the people that tell you stochastic terrorism is a thing. You think that that's not in his mind when he goes out there and says this shit? And if it's not, why wouldn't it be? Either they don't actually believe in that nonsense of stochastic terrorism, or they do, and this is one of their dog whistles. This is a dog whistle to lunatics. I don't know how you could come away with it with any other idea and have a brain in your head that works at all. I have a donation, but it's so long that I can't even see who it's from, so I gotta refresh over here. 1 second, I see it. Hang on. I don't mind long ones. I just can't see the name on because of the way I have my screen set up. Dark Resurrect, thank you so much for that feminist $12. Speaking of Newsom, did you see the amendment he signed that forbids law enforcement from wearing face covering? We all know that it's meant for ICE, but those are federal. While I'm all for LEOs being visible, the left literally wants to kill ICE agents. Yes, absolutely. One, is it an amendment or is it just a bill? Because he actually signed, we watched a little bit of it on the last show, or we brought it up on the screen. I don't think we watched any of it. He signed 6, 8, 10, something like that, bills that are all aimed at stopping ICE, including the face mask one, but not just the face mask one. There's one that says law enforcement engaged in law enforcement activities have to identify themselves. And they had to go back and fix that because legally that made undercover work illegal. Like, you're infiltrating the mob, and the first thing you got to do is go, I'm a cop.
I'm undercover. Yay.
Bill, resolution, amendment, whatever. Well, they actually do have very important meanings there. But yeah, they had one, ICE agents aren't allowed to come on school grounds. Yeah, half of them won't survive because they like the face covering one that you can't tell the federales what they have to do. You can have some kind of laws like that, but you can't be like, you can't cover your face. It's all nonsense, and it's all trying to piggyback off of a movement that's not even happening. Do you guys understand how desperate, and I mean this sincerely, how desperate the left is for the police, the federal police, especially ICE, to kill one of these guys? They want their George Floyd moment from this because nobody is buying their bullshit. The nonsense. Look how mean ICE is being, getting rid of the illegals. Most of America is looking at that going, cool. And so they're desperate. And they've tried several times to be like, they deported a little kid. Remember that shit? Well, they didn't deport the little kid. They deported his parents who shouldn't have been here, and they took the kid with them. They are waiting. I guarantee you they already have posters printed up. They're just waiting to fill in the name. Say his name. I can't. It's in Spanish. But they are desperate for their martyr on this.
It'd be say Zimzir's name.
Yeah. I can't say his name. It'd be in Spanish, and that is a sex language. That's a gendered language, you guys. Anyway. Yeah, Gavin here. I really don't think there's going to be an election.
Frosted sent me the link to the video he was talking about. It's a guy named Nick Shirley. He's been going around to protests, trying to talk to people. And
is this the one who, when he got close to the ones, they wouldn't let him in the church?
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. I did see that video.
Yeah, he's got a bunch of them now. He's kind of putting himself in some serious, dangerous situations going too close to some of these people. I dropped the link to the one Frosted sent me in the chat, so if you want to check it out, it's like 2 hours long, though, and apparently somebody whips out their plot points for the camera, so we can't really risk showing boobage on the internets.
Didn't they say that last time, no election? Shh, don't pay attention. If they keep saying it, eventually it will happen. Eventually the world will end, and they'll be like, see, I told you there'd be no elections.
Yeah, that is one of their favorite things to say is, it's doomsday next week. It's always next week. It's never happened.
Monkey, I can't. It's in Spanish was a good one. Well, thank you. I do.
This was his protest outside the UN. The fucking protesters, man. There.
Did that cut me off when I was tooting my own horn?
Yep.
You fuckers.
Real early on, too.
I just read somebody, it was back saying that was a good one. And it was.
Yeah.
I occasionally have a good one. Doesn't happen very often, but, I'll take the wins when I can get them.
Damn right.
All right. What else? Nope, don't care about. Did you see the ICE video where they did the Pokemon thing?
Yeah. Somebody said, I hope Pokemon Company sues you. I'm like, yeah, Pokemon's going to go after the Trump administration. They already said they're not going to, by the way. That would be dumb.
I'm not going to play it on here because we would get hit with a copyright for playing the Pokemon theme, I'm sure.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But this is an ICE video where they just straight up took the Pokemon theme. They didn't even change any of the words, which somebody needs to do. Somebody out there with more clever thoughts than me just needs to change the wording to actually make it fit ICE.
Yeah.
But
like I said on X, the Pokemon trainers throw balls. The U.S. government drops suns on Japan twice. So
that's fair.
I don't think they really want to start that fight.
Now, here's a fight I am paying attention to.
Oh, God.
Lauren Southern called out Tommy Robinson because Tommy Robinson came out and defended that shitbag Andrew Tate over Lauren's allegations that Tate raped her.
Yeah.
And she's calling him out for it and asking him for the specifics because he says that he knows for a fact that she went back to Romania after Andrew raped her. And she's like, okay, when? Because this is something she could actually prove. Like, how many times has her passport been stamped for Romania? That's something you can easily verify. This is Lauren Southern, not international man of mystery. She's not running around with 3 or 4 passports that she's getting away with jumping into countries nobody knows she's going to. But Tommy Robinson just couldn't wait to defend his bitch-ass friend, Andrew Tate. She also called out Andrew Tate's lawyer because Andrew Tate's lawyer threatened to sue her over this. And she's like, where's the suit? Let's do it.
Yeah, that would be a mistake, I think. That would lead to a lot of discovery motions.
Yeah, go ahead. Please, Andrew Tate's lawyer, sue Lauren over this so we can find out the truth. Because I'm just going to be honest with you here. I don't know. I wasn't there, Jack.
No, but she said that she did go to the hospital.
If somebody... Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
There might be some medical records that she could produce.
If I had to put money on it and somebody said, okay, you have to put money on Andrew Tate raped her or Andrew Tate didn't, my money would be on did. Because he's a despicable piece of shit who has made it very well established that he abuses women. And I'm not quite sure somebody like him would even understand what the word no meant when it came to vagina.
Yeah, look, he's a piece of shit. She's kind of a hoe. I don't know what's going on. I don't really care. It's a bunch of spurgs fighting each other as far as I can tell. I don't know if she was raped or not. And honestly, it's none of my business. I don't really give a shit. Maybe he did. Well, I could see it happening because Andrew Tate's a garbage person.
I will tell you why I care. Because Andrew Tate keeps getting pumped up by people on the right wing.
Mm-hmm.
And they keep trying to link this to like, they went after Trump and then they went after Andrew. Well, if you can show me on tape where Donald Trump laid out how he raped E. Jean Carroll, I'd be like, yeah, I believe he did it. All of the charges against Tate, I can lay out video of him admitting to this shit.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I just, it's
the same thing. I'm sorry, I don't mean to step you there, but it's the same thing with Fuentes because they're trying to pump him up now. I saw the Hodge twins pumping his bitch ass up earlier. Like, no, what is it? You make fun of the left for their bad heroes, and then you pump up people like Tate and Fuentes? Are you fucking retarded?
Like, I understand sometimes you get flawed people as your rallying troops, but fucking hell, Andrew Tate, really? The human trafficker? That's who you're pumping up? Fuentes, who has a litany of problems that would take way too long to go through. I don't get it, man. I really don't. Is somebody spreading a bunch of money around I don't know about? Because why are we holding these people up?
I don't know. I don't. And I think far too many people are falling for the bullshit that they're trying. Look, they went after Trump. We all saw them go after Trump. And they came after me. Sure they did. But the difference is you deserve it.
Yeah, some people are just bad people, and it's time we start accepting that not everybody on your team is a good person.
Yep. There's plenty of good people you can point to that have been gone after. You don't need to pump up the sex trafficker and the cummy hunter. That you just don't need to. There's other people you could champion.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember what this one is.
I have a question for you. What unites the left wing? What makes the left wing come together in
scissoring action? I don't know. You can't say come.
Psychosis.
Yeah, it's true. SSRIs.
Community? Because with the right wing, it's obviously Christianity and their collective commitment and love for Jesus, and also nationalism. They are nationalists. They, America, flag, nationalism. Where for me personally, when I think of national, I just threw up in my mouth a little.
Weird that you didn't do that when you said nationalism just a minute ago. You really have to write your script just a little bit better. But she does kind of have a point. Like, what unites us? And I can answer that for you. Evil.
Yeah, I would argue absolutely evil. Love of all things evil, killing babies, killing children, killing Christians,
theft, murder. Name a crime they haven't championed in the last decade.
Oh my God. Let's see. Rapists, pedophiles. Murders. Yeah, we're kind of hitting all the markers here, aren't we?
Evil seems to be what you guys are united under. I don't know why.
Well, when you join a death cult that worships Moloch and Baal, that's what you get.
Yeah. For the record, I'm neither religious nor, I mean, I am nationalistic, but that's not what makes me. They're nationalistic people on the left, or they're at least used to be. Jack, love America.
They're more of the national socialist types.
Ask not what you can do for your country, or for what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country. That was JFK. You guys used to like him. And now they're like, yeah, fuck that nationalistic prick. Nationalism. Come on. We can look at you. You don't got no gag reflex. Stop
it. So we don't have a unifying glue in the left wing that binds us together. What is it? What brings us together? What do you think?
I actually have 3 answers, and I mean them all. Lack of responsibility, evil, and psychosis. I mean, you guys cheered murder, for fuck's sake, just last week.
I would argue it's responsibility / accountability.
Because
a lot of these people, they don't take responsibility, and they're not given any. So they're just evil. Fucking degenerates.
It's not my fault. I do love the notion, though, that nothing unites them. This is more of the Antifa as an idea thing, which, by the way, anytime you guys are on Twitter, if you guys use Twitter and you mention Antifa, please mention that they are a child rape gang.
Yes. People forget that.
People forget that Antifa is a child rape gang. And I can't be sued for saying that because according to them, it's not even a group.
It's an idea.
It's an idea. You can say whatever you want to about Antifa. You can slander the shit out of them. Antifa actually supports fascism. And they can't say shit because then they'd have to admit they're a group.
Yeah.
Remember, only about the group. Be very careful saying that about a person in the group that doesn't exist.
Yeah. Unless they're on the registry, which, statistically.
Statistically. Chances are they probably are.
Yeah, it's a sad state of affairs for the Antifers.
Yeah. So, I mean, fuck them all. I'm tired of them. What else did you bring here, Jack? I saw there was a second.
Oh, that's another protest video we can't watch.
Oh, fuck. Yeah. Well, actually, that one we can. I think. Oh, wait. The second guy that gets arrested, do they hit him?
I don't remember.
I kind of because that I recall, there's not actual. All they do is grab the people.
I can't remember. I'm a bad influence on you, so.
The only thing I really want to highlight in this video is how appropriate that so many of these people are wearing helmets.
Well, their handlers make them.
Now if they just get the drool bibs to complete the look.
Well, they often do wear those hankies around the neck. Or ascots, depending.
Now, this is important because earlier in this video, when it's still daylight outside, I want to get a better look at it. I don't remember if we did a really good. That one, there we go. Ah, damn, it got blurry. This little fat thing was trying to keep the person recording from being able to record.
Yeah. Recording is Katie Daviscourt. She's gotten a bit of reputation. She's hated by Antifa. They often target her, but she's out there a lot recording these guys, so she deserves a little bit of credit for her bravery on this.
Yeah, again, guys, just for a little while, we got to be careful on what we're showing because I don't trust YouTube. And so if it's just like that, the police snatching him, we can watch it. If it's somebody getting punched in the face, probably not. Although I'm not going to lie to you, Jack. That video of the guy getting punched in the face, they replay it even in slow motion like 4 different times. And I watched that video at least 5 times. So I saw that guy get punched 20 times and laughed every time.
Oh my God, I know. It was so funny. That cop just reacts too, like just, hey, that's mine. Pop right in the face.
Grabbed a cop's weapon. Are you retarded?
Yes, they are. That's exactly why that happened.
Oh, this is gonna piss me off. Can you talk for just a minute?
Sure can. Did you guys see Rubio getting it grilled on the Hill because Chris Van Hollen said something stupid, and then Rubio's like, "Oh, you mean like the gang member you had margaritas with?" It was great. Marco Rubio held his own really well in that.
Oh dear Christ! All right, Jack.
What? I didn't do it.
No, you didn't. You didn't. I went over to my Twitter, and I'm out of things that I normally or that I wanted to talk about, so I just refreshed my feed, and the first thing that popped up was a Polita Bunny tweet saying that this pissed her off. So I wanted to watch it real fast, and oh God.
28 weeks pregnant. You know what I'm gonna take? Some Tylenol to see the
15 years from now, she'll be like, I can't handle my autistic kid. I don't understand what's going on. Nah, I'm dumb.
I don't understand. Jack, this is from Tylenol back in 2017. We actually don't recommend using any of our products while pregnant. Thank you for taking the time to voice your concerns today.
Yep.
So for those of you who don't understand what's going on, the Trump administration had a news conference the other day with Bobby Kennedy and Trump. And it was about autism awareness stuff and what they're doing to fight it. And one of them is telling women not to take Tylenol when they're pregnant. I don't know the studies behind it, Jack. But when even the company that makes it's like, hey, don't take Tylenol when you're pregnant, coming out here to own Trump by taking Tylenol when you don't need it while pregnant is fucking retarded.
They gotta stick it to the man, evil orange man, and his gravelly voiced weirdo.
You're taking the chance to harm your child to own Trump.
Yeah, that's death cult, dude. I'm telling you.
You haven't done any of the research because literally Tylenol, almost a decade ago on Twitter, told you not to do this shit.
Yeah, it's probably on their warning labels for the past 30 years, too.
But you own Trump. You did it. You win. I guess. Good luck with your retard, baby. Maybe he'll make the show someday. Jesus Christ.
Good job.
Look, it's better than I expected when I saw a pregnant woman trying to own Trump, because I figured she was going to kill the baby. That was plan B.
I wouldn't rule that out either.
But no, she's like, I'm going to take Tylenol.
That'll show them.
What, no thalidomide around? That's a throwback, ain't it?
A little bit, yeah.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Why would that be your answer?
They gotta show Trump.
Oh.
How else will Trump learn the error of his ways if they don't put a baby in danger?
The studies were done by Harvard and Johns Hopkins almost a decade ago, which makes sense because that's when, Tylenol was like, yeah, don't do this. Look, ladies, when you have a baby growing in you, try to keep as many drugs out of your system as possible. And that means all drugs, because the baby's going to get some of that shit. Maybe she should have a martini and a smoke too. Yeah, no shit, right? Get shit-faced drunk and smoke to tell the government to go fuck themselves with that little baby. And then it'll come out really small, but with its eyes on it next to its ears.
Yeah, it'll be all googly-eyed and tarted. Jesus Christ.
I win. Jesus. What the fuck is wrong with people, man?
Yeah, well, when your kid comes out looking like Quado and you're all like, I don't understand. I don't want to hear it.
Look, when it comes to the autism stuff, one, I don't believe most kids that claim autism actually have autism. But the ones who have something clearly wrong with them, Jack, there does seem to be a rise of it. And maybe it's just we have more people. I don't know. Maybe it's microplastics, which nobody's explained to me what that really is.
Apparently it sits in your balls.
I don't think, though, that it's wrong to question what's been going on. With these vaccines, vaccine makers all have this government protection. You know, vaccines are the one thing that you can't sue for them not working how they're supposed to. Yeah. Like, they always whine about, we can't sue gun companies. Well, no, because the product worked as it was supposed to. What's the one going on right now, the 6 hour that they're having the issue with? If people sue over that gun going off all the time, I actually would support that if there's evidence that that's what's happening.
Yeah, because that actually seems like negligent defect.
Yeah, it's a defect in the product, not, hey, somebody shot somebody and the gun worked perfect, but we're going to blame the gun. The gun worked exactly like it's supposed to. You shouldn't be able to sue them. If it's not working like it's supposed to, absolutely you should. But the only place you can't do that is with vaccines. Why? I don't understand why they get that blanket protection. And in doing so, they have just been adding more and more and more of this shit to kids' thing. You know, you got to have a bajillion shots filled with aluminum and mercury before you can go to public school, because we need you retarded to believe what's said in public schools these days.
Well, that is probably a big part of it. But look, there's been a lot of things that have changed over the years. The vaccine schedules, and let's not underestimate the possibility that people just are not socializing their children early enough.
Well, not
the screen time and people not child development is very important early on. You have to talk to your kid. They have to have contact with humans. And we have a lot of people that are just negligent parents.
Sorry, guys. I can't do anything about YouTube being shitty. My bad. But not only has the schedule changed, Jack, the ingredients have changed. And that's what a lot of people are pointing to. Is it real? I don't know. So I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't trust any of these studies that we see on either side until I've read them myself and seen what they've done. And frankly, I have not dug into this deeply. But it is unquestionable that they've changed the way that they do them and the amount that they give.
Yeah.
I mean, one of the arguments that's going on right now is over the Hep B shot because they're giving babies, Hep B vaccination.
Why?
Because there's a lot of liberals touching their children inappropriately.
Apparently, they're going to give them the monkeypox vaccine in California too.
Thank you, Josephine. A large part of the growing autism problem is blue gumballs. That is part of it too.
Yeah, I think there's several factors that people are trying not to look at, and there's definitely several things that could be at play here.
Yeah, and I don't think it's wrong to be able to question them. In fact, that's how science should work. And sometimes, look, guys, this is just honest. Sometimes you have scientists who are trying to do the right thing. They really are. And it just turns out that, whoops, and that sucks. It absolutely sucks. If you pay it, the problem is when they hide that whoops.
Yeah.
And that's what we had with the opioid crisis. It's what happened with Roundup. These people knew there was a whoops in there and kept it shh. Are you going to tell me you trust the government or these scientists who keep fucking us this way? This is like when the cigarette companies got in so much trouble, they're like, oh, they knew it was bad for you. There was literally nobody on the planet who thought smoking was good for you. Nobody on the planet who thought smoking wasn't bad for you. But they're like, oh, but the tobacco companies kept these studies under wraps. We all still knew it was bad for you. Meanwhile, you had the COVID shit pushed on you. And I still stand by. Some people should have taken that. If you were old or extremely fat, your chances, look, your heart's going either way. But do you want to die now or 5 years from now? Right? But the public should have been told about the heart problems. The public should have been told, yeah, this might kill you if we give it to you. It's your choice. I don't have a problem as long as informed consent should be a thing.
Yeah.
In theory, it is. In reality, we get lied to all the time, and then they're like, we didn't know. But now you're trusting. You're not even trusting that. Tylenol came out and said, do not take this if you're having a baby. And this bitch is like, Donald Trump said this is bad, so I'm going to do it. She's the literal embodiment of all the jokes we've made about them.
Yeah.
Like if Trump said, hey, don't swallow razor blades, this bitch would swallow one. She'd be like, I owned him. My esophagus doesn't exist anymore, but fuck Trump. How do you get that dumb?
It takes years of brainwashing.
Proper informed consent should be normal. It's not 100%. The gabapentin I took, Jack, it had some horrible side effects if you read up on it. And when I first started taking it, I wouldn't have taken it as long, but I still would have taken it because the alternative was mind-numbing pain that made me want to actually die.
Yeah.
And when I say actually die, guys, that is not an exaggeration. So there's sometimes the risk is worth the reward. But we should know the risks. I mean, if I've got to watch one more goddamn get your dick hard pill tell me that there's 5,000 side effects, why are there none of those about MMR vaccinations? Why are there none of those about giving babies Hep C or Hep B vaccination? I saw a great argument on Hep B on this, Jack, where somebody's like, no, kids should get it. And this guy's like, it's only transferred through blood. And this guy links to a Wikipedia thing that actually backs up the idea that it's only passed through blood. But Hep B is very much like HIV. It's largely a gay disease.
And hookers.
Mm-hmm. It is a sexually transmitted disease. But since it's transferred through blood, there are other ways you can get it. sharing needles, an accident where you have a cut and they have a cut and blood mingles. So they're like, no, it's not a sexually transmitted disease. It's a blood transmitted disease. Therefore, technically, babies could get it. Well, yeah, if you're bleeding up their butt, what are you guys doing to babies?
Apparently, well, maybe the sacrificial dagger had some Hep B on it for when Moloch is thirsty and he doesn't want the Hep B.
It's like the COVID thing. How many babies needed that shot? None. But they went out there and gave 6 months old. They're 6 months old, and they added that shit in to the amazing amount of vaccines that they already give them. Now, I know it's perfectly fine. Do you really want them to answer that, Monkey? Actually, I do in a court of law. I'd like to know what they're doing to children.
Yeah, I'd hold my breath on that one.
Because I have a lot of questions that would get them in a lot of trouble with what they're doing with kids. But yeah, so this is their big thing with Trump right now is the vaccine and Tylenol. Jesus Christ. You know there's other pain relievers, right? You know there's other ways to fight a headache, right?
No.
I haven't taken Tylenol in years, Jack, because it doesn't do anything for me. I use ibuprofen is what actually hits my pain stuff.
It depends for me. Like if I'm having like a arthritic flare up, the acetaminophen works really well.
Nice.
So I mean, it kind of depends.
Well,
but I get the generic shit, so I'm poor.
They already tell women who are pregnant. I'm going to take some ibuprofen now that I've thought about it. My back is fucking thumping, bro. They already tell women who are pregnant not to take aspirin because it can retard your baby. They're like, no, I'm sure Tylenol's fine. Mighty Balzac, don't use Tylenol when pregnant unless you have a wicked hangover. There you go. Exactly. Yeah, you're not supposed to take. Don't give aspirin to babies, right? Unless if they have, there's something with aspirin in babies that you're not supposed to do. And we understand that babies and full-grown adults are different, especially in the womb. They're developing. Try to mess with that development as little as possible.
Wow.
It's all, yeah. But we do live in a society where, like, I'm a little sad. Well, here, take a handful of fucking pills. Instead of, hey, let's deal with whatever's causing that sadness.
You heard them, guys. Monkey lives in a society.
I do. It's our answer to fucking everything. I mean, even fat people now. It's like, oh, we got Ozempic. No, what you need is discipline. You rack up the discipline.
I don't need self-control. I need Ozempic. Ozempic.
I know somebody who was about 70 pounds overweight. And instead of getting off their fat ass and losing it, they got the little stomach sleeve.
Oh, I was going to say, you don't need to call me out like that, but then you said stomach sleeve.
Like you had surgery instead of just keeping your mouth shut and not shoving shit in it. We are such a lazy society. We want everything now, and that's what pills do for us. Give me that pill, I'll swallow it. Is it going to make me feel awesome? Awesome. I mean, we've already seen what happens with that with antibiotics. There are people who have taken so many antibiotics that no antibiotic works for them anymore.
Yeah.
And like, I don't understand. Like, well, you sneezed last week and went and got penicillin, and now penicillin doesn't work for you when you have a real disease. Because your immune system is just like, oh, this bitch again. She's overreacting again, guys. Or he, sorry. My experience with hypochondriacs has mostly been women.
That's most people's experience with hypochondriacs.
My aunt on my mom's side, she was ridiculously sick all the time and never ever sick.
Yeah.
This bitch came to visit us one time and she had a literal suitcase, one of the small ones, like what is that, maybe 2 feet across? One of your smaller suitcase filled with fucking prescriptions.
Ooh.
Nothing wrong with a bitch other than at that time she was really fat. So she needed what? Insulin and motivation. That's what we really need. We need motivation. Well, they did come out with a story the other day and says cocaine is back. So maybe we have it.
Look, I maintain that we should clone saber-toothed tigers and unleash them on the streets of major cities. And then people will be able to get their cardio and it'll fix the homeless problem.
I feel like that wouldn't help the fat people, though, because they stay in their house.
Well, I mean, look, people can leave doors open.
Trump said breathing is good for you. Well, fuck him. Yes. Did you see the story about cocaine?
No.
Apparently, Trump has cleaned up the fentanyl problem so much that cocaine is making a comeback. People feel safe doing it again.
Oh, brother.
Yeah. So, Americans, we desperately need some kind of strife in our life.
Don't worry, somebody will start a war soon enough.
We need some. We're so bored. We're just like, I need something to make me something. Get a friend or family or video games or movie. You don't have nothing better to do than alter your mental state.
Apparently not. Oh, speaking of which, thank you, President Trump. I'm saluting right now. You can't see it, but I am. I wanted to add a few things that cause autism to the list. I would get really mad if these things happen. Chick-fil-A staying open late. Ghetto drivers turning down their music. Hot redheads sleeping with frosted glass. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Yeah, so Chick-fil-A needs to be 24 hours to fight Trump. Ghetto drivers turning their music down in order, to a moment of silence, if you will, to fight the orange man. And smoking hot redheads have to sleep with frosted glass. That's just a given. Thank you, President Trump, for your attention to this. You're very patriotic American. I'm sure Frosted thanks you as well.
Miami Vice sequel incoming. Am I the only one who thought Miami Vice made the bad guys look a little too cool?
Yeah, you got to kind of be careful when you're going for the hip show. You don't want to make everybody look cool.
The bad guys, I mean, I get it. They were murderers and drug dealers and stuff, but it's like they dress cool and got hot chicks on their arm and they're out partying all the time. Like, which side am I supposed to take here?
Right?
Plus, they weren't as, anytime they'd show Crockett and Tubbs, everybody in the police station always looked sad, like they were at a funeral for cops the whole time.
Yeah.
And wealthy, yes, tons of money. And they had to fake it to buy the stuff for the cops. They're like, well, we just used stolen money to do that. Those guys earned their money the hard way. They were entrepreneurs, Jack.
I guess. I mean, yeah, but
who am I supposed to root for?
I don't know. I didn't really get to watch Miami Vice much. My dad thought Don Johnson was homosexual, I think.
Huh. I could see Philip Michael Thomas being a homosexual, but Don Johnson looked like he was out there slaying puss constantly.
Yeah, well, I don't think the hairdo helped.
He was headed for a heartbreak, man.
Sad.
You remember that song, right?
Yes, I'm sad you said that. Monkey.
About a year ago, I'd forgotten that song existed, but I watched a One Hit Wonders video on, or maybe it was actors who sang, I forget, one of those kind of things.
Yeah.
And they played them. Like, I forgot that song existed, and now I can't remember it.
Well, my girl likes to party all the time.
I like Party All the Time. I don't
It's
care.
a catchy tune. I'll give
It
him
is.
that.
You know what's
Bruce
weird to me?
Willis's album, that one, not so much.
What was weird to me about Party All the Time? Eddie Murphy actually can sing, as long as he's doing somebody else's voice.
Yeah,
he could have done a whole album and sounded like anybody he wanted to, and instead he went for high pitch. Somebody squeezed my nuts so hard, this is what I sound like now.
Well, that was kind of a thing at the time,
I guess.
I always feel like Eddie Murphy's watching me.
Don Johnson's was better than Eddie's. You're just wrong, Faithless.
Yeah, I'm afraid I'm gonna have to disagree with you, Faithless. I think most of us can agree that Bruce Willis did a terrible album. I mean, it wasn't the worst thing you've ever heard, but it wasn't good either.
What was the song that went big for him that they played on at least they played on MTV a lot? I forget Bruce Willis's song. I can see the video in my head.
Yeah, and the whole Bruno thing.
Bruno, yes.
That was weird.
Yeah, the only one who really pulled it off was Rick Springfield. And that's just because Jesse's girl slapped.
Well, he was a singer before. It was Respect Yourself, by the way.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but see, Rick Springfield was a singer. He was.
Mess says Moonlighting was great. I cannot get behind that because the idea that Sybil Shepherd was attractive enough for a bald man even to hit on her is just too far. I cannot suspend my disbelief.
Yeah, I never found her attractive. I don't know. Maybe it was the shoulder pads made her look kind of mannish. Maybe it was her mannish features.
Face made her look mannish.
Yeah, I just never found her that attractive. So Mark Harmon and Bruce Willis fighting over her? Seriously?
Right?
I think they'd be more likely to find each other attractive in that three-way. So, yeah, it's just never sold it for me. And I don't remember the show that well, but I remember it was very soap opera-y.
Yeah. Give me Remington Steele anytime.
Yeah, at least Stephanie Zimbalist was kind of cute and looked like a chick.
She was cute and he was dapper and dashing. Yeah. Bruce Willis looked like he just woke up in a dumpster again. Nah, I'm good. Anyway, Jack, we're going to wrap up on Bruce Willis waking up in a dumpster again, which I believe is the plot of Die Hard 3.
I don't think that's true.
It's very close.
Yeah, you're not far off.
Was I the only one pissed off that they did that to him and Holly?
No, no, it was dumb.
They've been through all this other shit, and they're like, we don't want to pay her, so they got divorced. She could have just been off screen the whole time.
Yeah, he could have been back in New York doing something else or on a special assignment or a task force or something. There's a million ways you can work that without being a catty little bitch about the whole thing.
You're thinking The Last Boy Scout? No, at the beginning of Die Hard 3, he's a drunk and they have to go rouse him. It's pretty much the same character from The Last Boy Scout in Die Hard 3.
Yeah.
Anyway, with that, guys, we're going to wrap up. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out with me. I'm going to go play some Dying Light 3 because I've been having a blast with that game. But thank you guys for joining us. Thank you for the donations. You guys are fucking awesome. I'm also going to say hi to my wife because she woke up while we were on the air here. So,
yeah.
Jack, anything you want to show?
I'll drop some links in the chat to some cool stuff. My review of Pandasaurus came out, so I'm going to drop the link for that. And I'm working on several other videos. I've got to record PMS Cop and Crack Coon tonight, so I'll be doing that. But as always, thank you guys so much for the donations. You're awesome. Thanks for everybody that drops the links. And yeah, thanks for the tips. You guys are awesome. I don't know what else to say. You guys just come out night after night and listen to us. We appreciate it.
Faithless says that was part of the denigration of men, made him too hard to live with. Yeah, ladies, let me ask you something. Those of you out there. Your man saves you from a terrorist twice. Literally saves your life twice. How much shit can he get away with living with you?
Yeah, and he didn't just save her life; he saved hundreds of lives.
Yeah,
everybody on numerous airplanes, a bunch of people that party at Nakatomi. Come on.
Yeah, I feel like she would not give a shit that he left the toilet seat up, right?
Yeah, like I mean, he gets a little bit of leeway for all that.
But on that, Jack, a pleasure as always, my friend.
I'm always glad to be here.
Take care of yourselves. We love you. We'll see you on the next one. Bye now.
Bye, everybody.
I'm headed for a heartbreak. Still better than he did it.